Hello, soul family. I'm going to do a little reading for the collective. I'm just feeling so much high vibrational energy coming through. So much relief. Sunny days ahead. There's been, back of the deck. The collective is at peace. We're finally able to take that needed rest, take a breath, literally to stop and smell the roses, to pause and collect our thoughts. It's been such a long, continuous battle that I'm just hearing the collective is so thankful to have a break. What is this break about, Spirit? Why is the collective being guided to take rest right now? Yeah, because we're the High Priestess. We've been doing a lot of work to bring higher knowledge down to the 3D. To stay in touch with our intuition, to practice trust in our intuition and in spirit, and receiving the downloads, the messages, despite all of the chaotic energy and illusions, spiritual attacks being thrown our way. Really standing in our power, standing in the authority that we have in knowing the truth. And cutting out people that no longer need to be in our life, in our circle. Negative influences, people that were subtly draining our energy or taking our power. I'm hearing for a lot of the collective, we had already done the major snips, the major cutting of cords. What remained were people who were a bit, it was harder to see the negative influence that they had on us, because the collective does have a lot of empathy. We have a big heart, and these people, we may have told ourselves that these certain people that we've just cut off, well, they weren't as bad as the people in our past, or they still carry a lot of love, different things like that, to excuse, subconsciously excuse them and still allow them to be in our lives. But it came to a point where we had to do a major cleanse in order to prepare for what is coming through. And so we listened to Spirit's guidance, we listened to our intuition, and made the necessary changes. And that took a lot of energy. And Spirit is saying that is why it is encouraged for us to rest right now, to be in our own energy, to enjoy being in our own energy freely and fully, without the influence of others, to truly sink into that and get used to that, appreciate that, and the hard work it took to get here. Spirit just says, do not take it lightly. And to maintain this, because this is how we will truly be the most happy, really being a lot more selective, a lot more careful from now on with who we allow in our energy, now that we have leveled up to this new ranking. Spirit says we deserve the best of the best, and we now see that. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, we have cinema roll here today. Cinna smells like birthday cake on their tummy. Excuse me. Cinna is one of my favorites. Probably my actual favorite. Got a big bun on their back. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm just like, I'm vibing. I'm hearing that the collective is being encouraged to tap into their inner child more, to really let out their playful side. To do things that you loved as a kid. To get into your hobbies. To do those things that you haven't necessarily had as much time for when we have been getting ish done, putting in that work. It's now time to enjoy ourselves. To have fun, to treat yourself, to do little things for yourself, to show appreciation and gratitude for all the work that you've put in and how far you've come. What else does the collective need to know at this time, Spirit? Yeah, okay, we have the 5 of Wands. It came out on its side. The competition has been balanced out. Spirit says there will always be competition. There will always be enemies. But we are no longer letting this affect us. We are no longer allowing that to, I'm hearing, to touch us with a 10-foot pole. Or I'm not really sure exactly how to phrase that, but like, we're not gonna allow them even within 10 feet of us. Like, I had a therapist that explained circles, like groups of people that we have in our lives, as having an inner circle. So we're in the middle. We have an inner circle, an outer circle, and then we have people that are just way beyond the circle, just floating out in the abyss. And I'm hearing that we have cleared both our inner and outer circles and pushed all those other people out into the nothingness as strangers. And this is very freeing. We have opened up a lot of space. I'm feeling just so much relief with that, so much freedom. We're able to freely be ourselves, freely express our energy authentically. Because that influence is no longer there, we also are able to fully be in our power and fully have the amount of energy that we're meant to have, because it's no longer being drained by others. And this is allowing us to welcome in divine connections, divine relationships with people. And I'm hearing that for some of the collective, this is a twin flame connection. This is a romantic relationship coming in. And that this is really going to set the standard for all the other connections that we may have, other people that we may cross paths with. This twin flame connection is going to be so high vibrational, it's going to blow all other connections out of the water, essentially. Like, I'm hearing some of the collective may not have a lot of friends or any friends. It may just be you and yourself, or you and your twin flame, or you and your family. And Spirit is saying that that's natural, that is, that's completely okay. The Matrix likes to tell us that you have to have people around you at all times, or else you're less than, essentially. It's like the amount of people you have around you is amounts to your worth. Spirit is saying this is not true at all, that our worth comes from Spirit. It's a spiritual worth, and we know our worth. We don't need anyone else externally to validate that for us. So yeah, Spirit's saying we've also evolved to such a high frequency that there may not be a lot of people that we cross paths with that are going to share that same high vibration or access to love and the divine. And again, that's natural. We're meant to be an example to the world. We are setting the standard. We are setting the stage here. We are bringing in this high vibrational love to the planet. And I'm also hearing it may be tempting to want to befriend people that you are able to share that type of love with, and it helps them to level up. But we, again, must be very, very selective, and we must understand the role we had in their lives and the role they had in ours, probably to teach us something, to teach us a lesson. And again, that it's going to be very rare to find someone on our exact same vibration, because of how rapidly we grow, I'm hearing, because of how committed to the journey we are. Anything else, Spirit, that the collective needs to know? Yeah, I'm just hearing the collective has done so much work. We have the King of Pentacles out here. Yeah, the collective is becoming a leader in the material realm. 15:15 on the timer. Spirit has appointed us with this leadership role. We have a mission to bring 5D energy into the 3D realm, and I'm hearing that this is bringing in abundance. This is bringing in material success. All the work that we've been doing to create this stability for all of us, for the world, in clearing karma, in bringing light to the planet. It's a foundation for all of us. It brings a stable, secure energy to everyone. Everyone feels this peace that we have cultivated, and they want to share in that. They're learning how to access that for themselves, how to bring that into their own lives. Spirit says that we are getting ready to receive stability, monetary success, to support us in the material realm. I'm also hearing a lot of the collective has spent most of their lives prioritizing spiritual growth over material growth. The majority of the world, and a lot of karmics, tend to do the opposite, right? They prioritize material success over spiritual. So, Spirit is saying the playing field is evening out. We are giving to karmics spiritual growth, and Spirit is giving us material growth. It's all about balance. Anything else, please, Spirit? Yeah, we're going to feel in charge of this part of our lives. We're also getting that romantic relationship, the divine love, the divine soulmate connection, twin flame connection, manifesting into the 3D. This is part of our reward for all of the hard work we've done, for all of the karma clearing. The world is now a fit to contain this love, to sustain this love. We had to prepare Earth before this was able to enter. The board, I'm hearing. So like a game. So like before this was able to be placed on the board. Yeah. We had to reach the Ten of Swords. We had to go through it all. We had to complete this battle. But as this card suggests, endings bring new beginnings. We took on the pain and suffering of the whole world. And this is all repayment for that, for all of the pain, for all of the suffering. We were tasked with a huge responsibility, a huge load, I'm hearing. So just before we incarnated, the world was at a loss, a giant loss, and us rebalancing the scales. It was not for the faint of heart. We have the Page of Wands and Ace of Wands. So I'm hearing from Spirit, because we took on this adventure of a lifetime, because we decided to embark on this journey before we incarnated, because we chose this path, we're being gifted with the Ace of Wands. We are being gifted with the chance to follow our dreams, the chance to inspire others with what we've been through, with what we've learned, with our gifts that we have I can't think of the right word, brought from the 5D to the 3D, that we have cultivated, that we have mastered. We're now able to use these for good, for healing. The Star card. Yeah. We're going to teach the world a new way of living, to follow your passions. That is the way to true happiness. And that we can all work for the divine. We don't have to slave away for corporations. I've been seeing a lot of that right now. I was on LinkedIn and just noticing so many people posting about struggling to find a job. It's been such and such amount of time that I've been out of college, and I apply every day to countless numbers of jobs, and they never get back to me. Just people being so discouraged. And I truly am seeing a change within the world of awakening to the fact that maybe that's not the path that's meant for them. Maybe that's not the path that they have to take. Maybe that's why they are being met with closed doors. Maybe that's an encouragement from the divine, that that's not the right fit for them. That they are better than that, that they have more opportunities than that, than to be so desperate. And I understand, I mean, it's the way our world is designed. It's terrible, it was hard to see people in like such a frantic and disheartened state, unhopeful of their career. But maybe we can change that, right? All it takes is one person and when we band together, we make great change. If there weren't any people frantically applying to jobs, the corporations aren't going to have as many people to choose from, right? Then the corporations are going to be the desperate ones. It's all a power dynamic. So, yeah, balancing the scales out in all different aspects of the world, and there's a lot of change going on. The overall message being that power is being restored to God, the Most High. Power is being reclaimed from devil energies of this world, from people who abuse their power, from people who didn't rightfully deserve that power in the first place, aren't qualified to even hold that power. In the grand scheme of things, God should be the only one who is qualified to hold the mass amount of power, right? And any other power that beings have should be allocated from God, should be gifted to them from God. Otherwise, it's more than likely not going to be used in the right way. So that's just really beautiful. Yeah. King of Cups, we've been appointed this leadership role in love to teach the world about Spirit's unconditional love. I also have the Ace of Cups, so I'm also getting from this that with the Two of Cups being here too, love is in the air. Get ready. We have the King of Cups, the Ace of Cups. This is a gift of unconditional love from the divine that is going to last lifetimes. And it is being channeled, I'm not really sure exactly the word to use, but through each one of you in the collective and the connection you may have manifesting in your life. These twin flame connections are really going to, as we mentioned, set the stage for what love should be like. For the love, it's going to be an example of the love that the divine has for us. Yeah, new beginnings are here. We're being encouraged to rest because we're getting ready to take a giant leap of faith. An exciting leap of faith into the unknown. But truly not so unknown because our intuition is guiding us every step of the way. And this is going to balance the scales. This is all coming together, coming to be, manifesting, because the scales have been balanced. Yeah. So I'm going to leave this one here. It's been a pleasure doing a reading for you guys tonight. And I hope you all take really good care of yourselves. Give yourselves lots of love and treats and special time. And make that same time, give that same kind of energy out to the loved ones in your lives and your animals and your plants, your things, your stuffed animals. And if you guys celebrate Easter, I hope you all have a wonderful Easter filled with lots of love and just being thankful for what our spiritual team is helping us to achieve. 31:13 on the timer. I hope you all have a wonderful morning, day, night, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, Soul Family.